What's up, baby kisses? What's going on? Working on our blue heron. I'm also realizing the lighting out here is a bit dark. We gotta get some different backlighting for us. Pine pitch is like just oozing out of this piece. Some of these have a lot of set pockets. Sticky, sticky. Couple of those. Hope everybody's having a good evening. If you're just stopping by, double tap that screen. Don't forget to hit subscribe. What's up, Michael? What is happening? Twice in one day, man. Twice in one day. That's where we're at. I was on the chainsaw channel. We were ripping on the saw that I did port work on and put a custom pipe on that I made and stuff. So we were over there hanging out. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next here. I still never picked up that lighter tan color that I said I needed. I want those too awful dark, but I think I'm done with the brown color. I'm gonna switch colors here. Grab some yellow. See if we can't go over the rods here with just a little yellow, give it a little golden color. Daryl, what's happening? Yeah, late one tonight. We were live earlier today and I had to go do some running around with the kids, dinner, that sort of stuff. I was live for about an hour and 12 on Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue, my other channel, earlier today, and we hit over 41,000 viewers in an hour and 12 minutes. Over 41,000. I don't know how many new subscribers or anything. I won't get those stats till tomorrow, but that was pretty cool. Just rinsing out the brown. Move into a little bit of a yellow color next. Say a little bit. It's pretty darn yellow. So hopefully it doesn't overpower too awful much. I'm making a mess tonight. Seems as though that is the way with airbrushing. It's always a mess. Need to order up some more of these bottles though, so I get more colors. I was looking at the hardware store, but they don't have any. They've got like name brand ones, and they cost more money, and I ain't about that. I ain't about that. I get those cheap ones, you know. All right, a little bit of yellow. Let's see here. Just a tinge of yellow on there. Just enough to change the brown and lighten it up on the cattails. That's all I was looking for. Enough to tone the dark brown back. Yeah, there were some awesome numbers over there. That was cool. The what's it called? Like the concurrent, like the most viewers we had at once was like 364 or 384 people watching all at once. And then the average viewership was like 267 people on average. But then your total view count was over 41,000 people. So those were unique accounts, you know, according to YouTube, like all new people that came through 41,000 to that live, right? Because like Michael's been on the live before, so you're not new to the channel, but just new to that particular live feed. A little bit of heat. Let's see here. I don't think we're gonna need yellow again on this one. Switching colors. We're gonna need white before we move into like, we're gonna use some blues. We need white, blues, black. And that'll actually kind of round the piece off. Now I'm contemplating on making the stems of the cattails green for a little bit added color. Yeah, there were a lot of different countries. A lot of people from different countries on that live today. Like if you're watching and you're not commenting, feel free to comment where you're from. It's always awesome, guys, just to see where everybody's located. Even if you're here in the States, no big deal. I'm in upstate New York. Earlier today on my other channel, Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue, over 40,000 viewers. We had people from the States, like Ohio, Michigan, I think it said Michigan, Wyoming. And we had people though from Russia, I thought Palestine or Pakistan. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was one of each. Fiji. Obviously the UK. We get a lot of UK viewers. But where else do we have? Ireland. Oh man, there was a lot. I don't even remember. There was at least half a dozen other countries, it seemed like, that were on there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Have people from all over watching. Mountain City, Mayberry. What is up? Yeah, Mayberry, it does. You know, my wife and I were just having this conversation today because I've been on YouTube a long time. My channel stats, they don't show it, right? Not even 30,000 subscribers yet, but I've been on YouTube since 2015 when I started carving. And we were just having a conversation about YouTube today and growth and things like that. And she said, you know, you should put together a course for people where we were just talking about like other avenues of revenue and things like that, but like a course that's affordable, walk people through setting up YouTube channels and you know, teaching people how to get it started, how to get it going, kind of help you jump over hurdles before you run into them sort of situation, and make it where, you know, anybody that wants to get a channel going could afford it at a reasonable rate. And I don't know, I might do that. Might do that with some carving things as well. make this thing called a stand store, I guess, and put these items in it for people that don't want to. Some people would rather like read it like a book and follow along in a book rather than hitting pause and things. So I'd give them the ability to do that. North Carolina. I don't know why I always say it like that though. All right. Let's get out the white. Got some family in North Carolina. Talked about white the other day. Spots that white just will not cover on chainsaw art and stuff like that are these dark, rough patches that aren't smoothed out perfectly. It takes so much paint to cover a spot like this. It's going to look like plastic. I don't want it to look like plastic. So we'll use it to kind of lighten the gray color. That'll be all it kind of does, though, is just lightens it up for us. I always feel like the heron looks like a menace. Blue heron always just looks like a menace more than anything. It's not like cute and cuddly, just looks like a menace. A little bit of white. Jimmy, what's going on? Thanks, Lupo. Appreciate it. Herons eat your catfish. We'll add some blue into this. We may even have to go back to white after, but we'll see. Appreciate the comments, guys. My girls are enjoying some reading and other things. My son is hooking up a new monitor for his computer. The wife went for a walk with her grandmother. So I'm live with you people, hanging out. And when I mean you people, yeah, I mean you people. And yeah. So we'll do this for a little bit until the wife gets back, and then we'll have to head inside and probably figure out what TV show we're gonna watch this evening. I'm hoping it's not gonna be some girly sitcom thing, but chances are that's what it'll end up being. That is, yeah. one of my TV times in the evening before bed. Not like after dinner, not like none of that, but like in bed watching TV. Right now, I haven't found too many shows though I enjoy. Oh, it's tons of fun. Tons of fun to carve that wacky neck. It can also be tons of frustrations. To be honest, it can be. You really need to have a sharp saw. You need to have that chain sharp. I don't even mean brand new. I just mean sharp. Like, you gotta know how to sharpen your chain. You want it sharp. Because if it grabs, if it chatters, especially in like fine spots where the cattails are, across the beak, across the little tuft that comes back here, oh boy, that's when you start breaking stuff. Because you gotta remember, the grain is your strong and your weak points, right? The grain is really strong this way, up and down, but it's super weak this way. So like here to here, we could pop that piece right out if we wanted to hit it. This cattail, there's cattail right here that sticks out by itself. There's nothing there. I mean, we could probably give it a little whack and that would just snap right off due to the grain and the way the grain runs. So when you're carving these things, you've just gotta, there's not much you can do. You turn the grain the other way and then everything else becomes brittle. So, you know, there's no way to fix it unless you did a glue up. You know, you took a piece like this and glued up several pieces, perfectly matched the opposite direction. Tons of glue, tons of clamps, all that kind of stuff. Then, you know, then you wouldn't have to worry about it so much. But now you're really talking about a piece that, yeah, more money invested, more time, and you can do it though. I've seen some carvers do glue ups. I got a local carver. He did a big Buddha for somebody, a great big Buddha, and he glued up kiln dried wood for it. So it was neat, and it was their thing. It's not my thing, but this tree. Trying to get all the white paint out of the airbrush. Some colors just seem to clean up better than others. Believe it or not, white. Color white likes to stick around in there a little bit more. Pain in the butt. Okay, we're gonna go with this lighter blue. I don't know. I think I'm gonna make the stems of the cattails green. See, I kind of did them like a lighter tan. I think I might make these green just to add some green to the color. I don't know. Did you see? I don't remember. Were you here for the owl last night? We airbrushed this together. That video's uploaded. Airbrushed the owl last night. Thank you. Thanks, Mayberry. Let's get this light blue going. So get the light blue going, and then I think we're gonna paint those stems green, or at least do some green highlighting over them. And then we gotta move into black highlights, finish a little hand painting on the eyes, and this piece will be done. And then I gotta see what time it is from where we're at. Top piece can stay dark. Bring some blue. I might have to use. I got a brighter blue. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. A lot of times we're just winging it anyway. There's a little more blue in here than I need, I guess. Someone asked what paints do I use or what stains the other day. I'm just, shoot, they covered up the label on me. I think it's like a Benjamin Moore stain, considered an exterior stain, but you can get it in transparent, semi-transparent, or solid. So I just get it in solid and use it for airbrush paint. It's acrylic, so it's water-based. So it makes it easy for airbrushing because you can just thin it out with water. Soak and water cleanup. No chemical nonsense. I don't have to deal with any of that. Can stand here and just airbrush. Should still have a mask on, but whatever. This is the work. Relax doesn't sound very impressed. Relax. Just relax. We are just airbrushing. Airbrushing the artwork that I've already carved with a chainsaw. Airbrushing is definitely more of the chilling out and relaxing scene. Sometimes I have music going, that kind of stuff, but when we're live, you can't really do that because then, you know, things get shut down. Music rights and all kinds of stuff. So newbies out there, if you guys are working on a YouTube channel, music rights, that's a big deal. It really is. Your videos get demonetized. If you get to monetization, they won't get shared. You get blacklisted, all that stuff for certain stuff that's someone else's work. What's up, Matthew? I know, the Bob Ross videos, those are fun. One of these days, hopefully one of these days we can get back to doing those. I'd like to do those and do the colors with the airbrush. Just a few seconds, you can get a strike. What? What's up, Tony? Oh yeah, the music. Just a few seconds. Gotcha. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, music. I got you, baby kiss. I got you. I don't know what it is out here tonight. Let's see. 31. 20. No, that's high of 31, low of 21. So I don't know what the heck it is right now. 25. 25 right now, according to my watch. According to my watch. That's what it's saying. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of green on our stem, and then we're gonna move into black, and we'll finish up our eyes. Should have kind of finished up the overall piece with that, I think. Green, yeah, that adds a little bit different color. If you guys are hanging out, if you're just stopping by, double tap that screen. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Usually we're running chainsaws. Today, or right now, we are just airbrushing some pieces I've already got carved up. So, you know, we got to add color and get them completed. Time to get rid of the green so we can move into the black. Then we can do our highlights and start making the piece pop. I always feel like the black is the real key sometimes. That's where we start really making the piece pop. Start adding the shadow effect on stuff, you know? God, I was going to use this lid last time. There we go. You know what I didn't do before I went live? I didn't throw a log on the fire. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, we are carving 2x12 by about 34 inches tall. I'd say it actually ends up being like 11 and a half. Yeah, Tony, inside work is nice. I'm still here. I gotta crack the door on the old wood stove back here and throw a chunk of something in there. Get this thing going. It is kind of long. Just dying down on me, dying down a little bit. Let's see here. Alrighty. Green, browns. I don't think I want to go bright blue. I think that'll be a little too overpowering. Let's go ahead with black. That's what you gotta be careful of though with the paint. Starts drying on the edge. That'll happen in the cap. Then it gets in your airbrush. And you gotta stop, clean the whole thing like yesterday. The other problem too is you gotta shake the paint. When you shake the paint, it rinses the dry stuff off the wall into the paint, gets in your airbrush. That's right, forgot last night. I was gonna get on and order filters off Amazon. Gotta do that. I got little cup filters, little ones. I got big ones, but they're a pain. You know, I don't want that much I want that great big filter for just little splashes of paint. I need these little tiny ones. What's up, Dad? What's going on? Yeah, running the rattle can, that takes a bit of patience. It's practice when you're running a spray paint can, that's for sure. I'm not sure if you've all even seen the whole shop. It's not very big. It's only like 20 by 20 in here. Getting sap all over me. A couple spots that are just bleeding sap over there. Down the back, sap all over my hands. I did have one more color I forgot I was gonna do, so I'm gonna do that now, I guess. I mixed up this weird red color yesterday, and their legs are a bit brown reddish tint to them, so we're gonna do a little bit of that. on the legs. Rinse our black out here. Dad, baby kisses Michael. Relax. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, Aaron Boss Lady, what's happening? You guys were on that live earlier too on my other channel. We had over 41,000 viewers running the chainsaw in Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue. Hour and 12 minutes. I won't know till tomorrow if we got new subscribers or not, but like a consecutive, or the most people at any given time was like 368 watching at once, with a consecutive of like 289 or 268 or something like that. Like consistently watching. That was pretty neat. Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, we were just messing around making cuts with that ported saw, and people loved it, apparently. Well, I don't know if people loved it. We got like 40 likes out of all the 41,000 viewers plus 40 likes. You guys know how it is. You got to entice people to engage and, you know, comment and like, and you got to tell everybody what to do the whole time you're live. If you go live, you know what Bear knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. New people. You got to tell new people. Ah, crud. I didn't bring out my brush black. So usually I use a different black for the brush. Let's see if this color will work. I think this one was brown, but I want to get in here and do this eye, and then I'm going to add a little bit of red to the leg there. Yep, that color ain't gonna do it. It's too light. Too light. Put a little black in this and try to just do it with this. So this stuff's pretty thinned out, so it can be tough sometimes to brush it on with an actual paintbrush. And I usually use a paintbrush on the eyes. Just drying that stuff and trying not to overburn or bubble the paint. A little bit better. Yeah, until it ran. Awesome. Something like that. Need more yellow. I'll have to try to go back over it, widen the yellow out a little bit. Just enough heat for that water-based paint. Rick Smith, what's up? Salem, Canton area. Nice. Ohio. Gotcha. You guys know I'm in upstate New York. When I was live on the other channel today, somebody asked if I was in Alaska. It was snowing, looked awesome in the background. So up until this point, we've been live 42 minutes. We got hour and a half to carve it. 42 minutes of paintwork and talking. Whatever that adds up to be. $42 in an hour, 40 in an hour and a half. So we got 2 hours plus. Plus we're not done yet. Still got to clear coat it, which we won't do in this video. Call it about 3 hours of work, I'd say. There's also the time of drawing it on and that sort of stuff. The eyes on these guys are always kind of freaky, because when you look at a crane, they're always just like, wide-eyed wackos, you know? But, yeah, I was going to do that red. Tinge of red on the legs. Wasn't I? Yeah, the background was awesome, wasn't it? Big snowflakes today. That was cool. Still pushing the black out. Come on. There's our reddish brown color. Like this, adding a little bit of a reddish tint to the legs. Customer will probably never notice it when somebody buys it. I will though, you know. Makes me happy to go a little extra bit and do the work. It's just a little bit of a different shade than the cattails. Might stand out a little more once the overall piece gets clear coated, but it does a little bit in person. I'll give you guys a close up when we're done here. I was at the carving yard. We were at the carving yard. So I've got I got quite a few locations that I do work from, shoot videos from, and usually I just go live from here, but out in the carving tent. So this is the shop. We have the carving tent, and then I have the carving yard, and then I have a log yard. I have all these spaces, but they're not all mine. I say I can use, and I have the ability to use, but they're not technically my space. You know what I'm saying? The shop and the carving tent, that is my space. The carving yard, a good friend of mine has given me, or allows me to use that space at the carving yard. And I have another tent set up there. But that's his property. He allows me to go and shoot videos and leave logs and make a mess and haul it away and all that good stuff. But he's a really good friend of mine. And, you know, that's you know, that's just the way that works out, and it's awesome. Works out great. And then the log yard that I'll go to occasionally in my chainsaw video sometimes, or maybe we've been blocking out small blocks for carvings on this channel. My brother-in-law owns that for his tree service company, and sometimes I can get over there and get some logs or block out small carvings there and then haul them to wherever I plan on carving, whether it's here or the carving spot. But there's a lot of moving around, a lot of hustling and things like that I don't always share on here with you guys and in videos. I don't know. I've always just been like, you know, nobody cares to see that kind of stuff. Everybody just wants to see the work and the art that goes into it. But I mentioned this before, I did have a guy I've known for several years now. He made a trip down from Canada, and we were able to chat, and fan of the channel, and known each other for a bit. But he's like, man, I didn't realize, you know, like your videos don't show people all the work that you truly do behind the scenes by yourself to like make someone's carving come to life. And he's trying to talk to me about how I really should encompass that and captivate you guys with that, share that, and tell that story a little bit more. But I just haven't figured out how to really show it and do it, I guess. So like when you guys see me carving, say like a 4-foot bear, 5-foot bear, 3, 4, 5-foot bear, the big ones, chances are I had to go to the log yard, pick that log, cut it, roll it off a pile. If my brother-in-law is free, then I've got some help. If he's busy, which he's busy, he's got a business to run, and you know, I don't expect him to stop everything to help me out. It's all right. But if he's busy, then I've got to get that log to my truck. I got to use the lift, the crane I've put in the bed of my truck, get it in my truck, drive a little ways to the carving yard, get it there, unload it, stand it up. Now it's time to work, right? And then we're carving away, shooting a video, hanging out, whatever it is, for the carving yard. Because I do my bigger pieces at the carving yard. We do the smaller pieces here in the carving tent. And then once that piece is blocked out and I have all the chainsaw work done that I can do at that time, that piece gets loaded back up in the truck, and then I bring it here to the carving tent. And then we bust out the battery saws and power tools, and we finish our video and our work here. So a log will go 1, 2, 3 spots before it makes it here and it's finished, and then off to the customer. Started with 1x1, Douglas fir stuff, 1x stuff. Go with 2x if you can. Like if you can get rough cut 2x, it just gives you more meat to work with, you know? If you're chainsawing and power tooling and whatnot. Like that's 2x, rough cut 2x. And this piece is done. I'm not doing anything else on it. I'm gonna call it complete. We're gonna call that one complete. Thank you. Yeah, the chicken. The chicken was huge. It was like 7.5 feet tall. The big rooster. The big rooster. Yep. The big rooster. For sure. That was a good one. That was a happy customer. He got exactly what he wanted, I think. At least it sounded like he did. He was happy with it, so I was happy with it. That was a big one. That was, man, we stood a big log on end, carved it up a little bit, took another log, put it horizontal on top of that one, carved that up a bit, took a third log, put it on top for the neck, and then I can't remember if I did the head separate. No, I carved the neck and head out of that log, and then we put a third of a log on the back for tail feathers sticking up. That was no, that went to the big rooster went to somebody's home. Big rooster went to somebody's home. They wanted it in their house, so, or not in their house, on their property. So that's where that went, on the property, on their property. I don't know if that's gonna stay. I gotta make some stands. there's our heron. In case you guys, for those of you, maybe you guys missed it, we only got a handful of people, 15 dozen people. This we airbrushed last night, in case you guys missed it. That was last night. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but maybe we'll be out here tomorrow evening working on this one. Although I got to get doing some work on those stairs. I've got 4 of them sealed in epoxy. So we have another 11 to go that need to get a quick sanding and epoxy and sealed and all that jazz. So we'll see. We've got the double cardinals and we got some sap running out. This stuff is so flammable, it's crazy. Sap. It's running right out. Heat it up, wipe it away. What I may do with these seeps, so there's a few of them, I got them on this, I got them on that. But I'll probably end up doing like that piece will get laid flat. I think the owl's got one somewhere, that'll get laid flat. This will, maybe tomorrow. And any of these seeps, I'm thinking about mixing in epoxy. Heating them up like this though. Trying not to do too much overburning, or at least sanding it away. Heating them up, when you heat it up, softens up that sap, starts to run. Burns some off, but it runs. Let it run out. Lay it flat and mash some clear epoxy in those spots, maybe to seal it in. Having these sap spots all over is annoying. My hands are all sappy. It smells wonderful. It's just awful sticky. Yeah, one eye open on the owl. Thanks, Jim. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tony, do I have any big carvings in my front yard? No, I don't. I got a bear that's maybe 3 foot tall, half in a stump holding the American flag. That's it. Be honest, I make this stuff. It's not really the decor or the style. You know, that we always want to go for, although I love making it. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't have it out there. I make pieces, I take them to the store, you know. That one, we had a small decorative tree out front that was dead for a long time, and I finally chopped it out of the ground, stuck the bear with the American flag out there. My wife didn't even notice it for weeks. It was quite comical. So this summer, I think, hopefully she's not watching, then she'll know. She'll be like, you jerk. But this summer, I think I want to carve something with an eagle, give him the American flag, whether it's a real flag or it's wooden and stuff like that, and then cut down the other decorative tree that's out front and stick it on that side of the house, and then have those two out there. At least that's what I'm thinking. Well, we'll see. We'll see what time permits, you know, when we get into nice weather and what orders look like, how busy we are. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, well, I'm glad I could share that stuff, you know, being able to paint these things and hang out with you guys. You know, I enjoy it at the time. I enjoy the time, and my regulars, I know you guys enjoy the time as well, and that's worth it. You know, like some days it can get like, you know. And I have to just remind myself, like, why I'm here and why I do this stuff, and the fact that, you know, this channel's just never going to be a 1 million subscriber, you know, sort of channel. It's just not. I don't think it ever will be. And it'll have people, though, like yourselves, like you guys commenting, who are, supportive and truly love the work and like hanging out and having conversations. And, that's it's worth it. It's good. It makes me a little bit of money. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't make me money like some of these other channels, though. I'll tell you what. I can do a truck payment, a little bit more monthly off the channel. That's about it, though. And that's all right. You'd always love it to do a little bit more, but it does what it does. You guys that are members, that's a big deal. Whether you're buying me a coffee, you're a big fan, you're at the new tutorial tier, that kind of stuff, it really is a big deal, Sometimes you do buy me a coffee. Sometimes you put gas in my truck. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate it when you guys hit those levels and you do those different things. It really means a lot. Yeah. We'll see if she notices. Stick that out there. Yeah. Yeah, Rick. Jordy has a pretty big following. Jordy's one of those channels that started after mine. I think he started a couple years after me, and his channel has surpassed it. I think he's pushing, 75, 80,000 subscribers right now, which is awesome. It is fun, Michael, have people from all over the world commenting and hanging out. That's got to be one of the coolest parts about going live, because when people just comment, you don't really know where they're from. But when you can talk and say, hey, comment where you guys are from, and people actually do it, that was awesome. Michael, you don't watch Jordy on Carving Fusion? Jeez. I've heard some people say a lot of different things about him and his channel, and, that's the kind of stuff that I don't get in. And I will say, if somebody wants to check him out, absolutely check him out. Check out any carving channel, Check out any sculpting channel, any artistic channel. I've said it before, I've had people on here wanting to prompt me to say bad things about people. There's stuff like that just because of different styles or attitudes or the way we talk or whatever. But that's, you know what I mean? Everybody's on here just being themselves. And that's what makes it great. You're not going to go to this channel to that channel to this channel to that channel and have everybody be the same. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different styles and does different stuff. And there's some channels I pop in and out of once in a while. I just don't, I don't spend a lot of time on content myself, like watching, indulging in content. I'm always creating, but sometimes if I feel like I've got a creative block, then, oh yeah, I'll watch Jordy. I'll jump on. I'll see what he's doing, see what Ryan Cook's doing. Tay Marie. Shoot, there's another one there. Can't think of her name. Two of them. There's a female from Russia who will jump on and watch I believe she's in Russia, watches my stuff once in a while. And then the other one there, she's younger. She's real bubbly. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. I can't think of her name, though. She's always got, good... The way she puts her videos together are just very bubbly and fun and, just a whole different vibe, and it's great. Yeah. You've also got... There's also some other channels that are really, really cool. Spin Sticks. He was a channel I watched regularly for quite... Jenna. That's who it is. Chainsaw Jenna. Yeah, she's got another great channel as well. So does Carving Jacks. He's got a good one. There's quite a few. There really is. There's quite a few. But, yeah, Stinnett Sticks. Stinnett Sticks. He carves sticks. Power carve sticks. And they are awesome. On point snakes, usually, and small mice and things like that climbing up a stick. Just very inspirational stuff. Very, very, very cool for me. I also like to watch... clay sculpting. These guys that'll take clay and sculpt it into action figures and all these things with all the detail and all that. And I always think, man, I could probably do something like that, but with wood. And the difference is when I make a mistake, I can't just mush it back and re-sculpt it. It's like I made the mistake. Now I got to work around it or cut it off and re-glue it, Creation Dust 76. No, I haven't. 28-year carver. I don't think I have. Yes, very expensive sticks. But hey, it's worth it, and people buy them, I'll have to look into Creation Dust 77. That sounds cool. There's another guy. Somebody mentioned him in a feed a while back. I can't remember his name though. Darn it. He does smaller carvings, and he does them with a chainsaw and then power tools, but he'll do like a moose, but it looks super realistic. He'll do a bear, a little bit of a scene, and they look like a lot of detail. I can't think of who it is, but that guy does some really good stuff. I can't remember his name. I can see his face. I think he's got glasses. I feel like the few videos I saw were kind of dark, like he could use better lighting, but his work was phenomenal. Very highly detailed stuff. Smaller pieces. I'll have to share it if I can find it. That's what I should do, is I should put together a video of like inspirational channels that I do pop into one or two. Maybe it could be Michael. I don't quite remember. If he does pretty detailed, smaller stuff, then it probably is him. There's a lot of really awesome stuff. Like I was saying, I really like seeing some of those clay videos. Those guys just sculpting out of clay. You've also got those guys that are, where the heck are they? They're overseas. No, I can't think. I don't know if they're Korean. I can't remember I can't think of nothing today. But they do sculpture, and they start off with a chainsaw, and they use all that hardwood that's in Asia somewhere, and their work is phenomenal. They'll do a lot of they'll do like Iron Man and the Hulk and all those things, but their pieces are only like this big, and it's like Hulk flying through the air, or Iron Man punching somebody else. Oh yeah, they do, and they use tools that we would throw in the trash, because those tools that they're using are pretty sketchy looking sometimes, but the work they can do is just incredible stuff. I like watching metal fabricators as well. And these guys that build. I'm gonna have to put a list together and put a video together for other inspirational channels and artists, and then you guys can see if you draw inspiration from them as well. But something Han Creations, and he does. I think that's what it is, and he does custom RC cars and trucks. And what he does, though, is he creates like he'll put action figures in them. Yeah, those Asian guys are carving in bare feet. I know, they're nuts. And he'll have an RC car. It makes the sound. If it's got a blower on the hood for the mower, the flaps on the blower move, and he'll have a driver in there, and the guy's head turns, and the steering wheel turns with his hands, and it's really, really cool. But I will. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make a note of that and start putting a list together of the stuff that I draw inspiration from. And, just kind of gets me motivated or gets ideas rolling. Sometimes just a good walk in the woods does that as well. But I like old trucks too. I like looking at the like the Chevy C10s and some of them older trucks they've got lowered with the patina paint jobs, like the one that I carved a while back. Those are really cool. What's up, LED? Morning. Morning for you, sir. It's 8:11 p.m. here. just getting ready to head out of here, to be honest. I got to go in, and I assume the wife's back. She's probably just trying not to interrupt my live stream here. But I figured I'd only go to 8, and now it's 8:12. So we painted the heron. Ooh, 1:10 a.m. My gosh, man, do you sleep? What are you on, third shift? And then we did this last night, in case anybody missed it. That video is uploaded live if you guys want to see that. If anybody's here just hanging out quietly in the back, that's okay too. We got live video carvings of these uploaded. They're uploaded, so you could actually see all these pieces get carved. Well, that's not going to stay there, except the heron. The heron I did live on TikTok. But, yeah, that's it. I'm going to head out of here. Thank you, thank you. We just painted this up today. I really think I'm going to let these sit a few days before I clear them. And I'm going to take them over to my buddy that runs a shipping center and see what shipping is going to be from like East Coast to West Coast and all 50 states kind of thing. Get an idea, stick a price on them, and put them in the Shopify store, and then they'll pop up here on YouTube. And we'll see how that goes. Had my Shopify store linked, and we've made 0 sales through it. So that's been wonderfully frustrating as well. Such a good time. I don't know. I'd like to get $300 for them with the airbrush work and everything, to be honest. But, you know, they probably won't sell for that. Being realistic. You know, trying to get people online to look at the work and things like that is like pulling teeth. People in person in my area, you know, they're going to be like $150, $200. I feel like the work's worth more than that with the airbrushing and detail and stuff. So let's see how it goes, you know. Online, the prices will be higher. Got to factor the free shipping in there, because if anybody thinks they're getting free shipping on any website, they're just silly. You're paying for it somewhere. You know, even Amazon, Walmart, all their free shipping, you've paid for it over all the years you've shopped and all the millions of people that shop there. Plus, they get really, really great shipping rates. That is that's the killer to small business, is shipping. It truly is. Trying to get a good shipping rate is tough. It really is. But yep, I wish I could get better shipping rates. I get them as good as I can. Like I said, I got a buddy that's got a shipping center, so I get decent deals through there, better than if I try to ship it on my own, because he turns so much more volume as a single account with other shipping places. But once you get over a certain pound and over so many square inches, the price just skyrockets. Just skyrockets. A few years back, I know I'm going to go here in a couple minutes, but a few years back, I had somebody wanted they wanted me to carve, what was it? It's a pit bull rescue place in Texas. A friend of my wife's had a pit bull and had me carve one up for her. And then she's, you know, like part of that rescue thing, and showed it to them, and they wanted one. You know, the carving was going to be, I don't know, $1,500, all the detail and stuff they wanted, but it was going to be $2,500 to freight it to them in Texas. That was like, I didn't even want to tell them the price. I mean, I did. And of course that job didn't go through, because how can you pay $2,500 in freight? That's just outrageous. Outrageous. Cow skulls, that'll be fun. Yeah, LED, it's ridiculous. Even some small stuff. I had somebody wanted to buy something off the Etsy store, and they reached out. The carving was only like $25, a small carving. Shipping or no, I'm sorry. Carving was $40. Shipping was 20. They asked if there was anything I could do, and I said, I don't even charge for the boxes, the tape, the packing material, or my time to go take it over to the post office. I don't charge for any of that. That $20 is strictly the shipping company's cost through Etsy, which is also discounted by usually anywhere from 10 to 18% off cost. So, yeah, it's shipping is tough. Shipping is tough. Yeah, so talk about overseas shipping, that gets even more ridiculous. That's why the carvings I have in the Shopify store, it's free shipping to the States. You know what I mean? And some I'll break even, some I'll go a little below what I'd like, but you know, you hope if we make any sales there, it'll even out. Years back, me and Jordy had more of a talking, hanging out relationship, and him and I carved a piece up together. I think I started it, did a bear with a tree, and then I shipped it to him, and he carved a wood spirit in the tree. But I shipped it to him, and it was like $50 to ship it to him. And then I believe they charged him $50 when he received it. And then we drew a winner, and I believe he shipped it out. I don't remember. Maybe he sent it back to me, and I shipped it out. Either way, it was like, wow. It was ridiculous. But the carving, guys, the carving was only, you know, it was nothing crazy. It was just nuts. Yeah, so maybe he shipped it to me and I didn't pay any extra fees, but for him to receive it, I think he had to pay another $50. It's just wild. It really is just crazy what they charge. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to get out of here, though. I appreciate the time with you guys. I appreciate those of you that have stayed and have hung out and listened to me ramble on and have chatted. Thanks, Lupo. Appreciate it. That is one of my goals, to have creative work. I want to continue to create creative work, inspirational work. I'm not a huge fan of run-of-the-mill stuff, you know? I mean, everybody does these, but I try to make sure my stuff's a little bit different. But I appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you have an awesome evening. Have a good night. Stay safe. And who knows, maybe we'll be live tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.